They say if you don't have money, you don't have a chance with women, that you're invisible, that love is only for the rich. But here's the truth. If you believe that you've already lost the game, because what truly captivates a woman, what pulls her in deep beneath the surface, is something far more powerful than a bank account. It's the invisible force behind desire, the quiet confidence, the presence of a man who knows who he is, even if he has nothing but his name. In this video, we're going to expose a lie. You've been told your whole life that only money makes you attractive. We'll break down why that's false. And more importantly, I'll show you the 3 real things women crave more than wealth. And here's the good news. You don't need to be rich, handsome, or even successful right now to master these traits, because they're not born, they're built. And every man watching this has what it takes. So if you've ever felt overlooked, if you've ever watched another man get the woman you dreamed of, this video might just shift everything you thought you knew about attraction. Stay with me, because what you're about to hear, most men will never discover in a lifetime. This topic always stirs something deep, because what you're about to hear goes against what most men have been conditioned to believe. We've been told that money is everything, that status equals attraction. But the truth runs deeper beyond culture, beyond trends, beyond what society teaches. What we're talking about here is instinct biology, that ancient quiet language that women respond to long before words are spoken or bank balance is revealed. So before we dive into what truly makes a man irresistible, just remember, these aren't traits you're born with. They're traits any man can develop if he's willing to do the work. Now, if you haven't already hit that like button and subscribe too, join this journey, because the first thing women value more than money is a high-value man. And what that means might surprise you. One high-value man you've ever paused to consider its true meaning. It's not about the car you drive, the watch you wear, or the amount in your bank account. It's about presence, energy, and instinct. It's about how a woman feels when she's around you. A high-value man doesn't need to seek attention. Instead, he commands it. He evokes something primal in a woman, not because he tries, but because his attraction is biological at its core. It's not what's said, it's what's felt. Similarly, a woman feels more attractive when she stands next to a man who exudes confidence. He doesn't prove it, he doesn't explain it, he just carries it. This is where it gets interesting. On a biological level, men and women have distinct values. Men are visual hunters who can tell right away if they are attracted to a woman, but women seek out deeper meanings, while men subliminally pursue youth and beauty. Women look for survival intuitively, not only defense, but also emotional fortitude, stability, and certainty. She is not always aware of the reason behind her attraction to him, but something in her nervous system says, "With him I'll be safe," in response to something old and silent. Because of this, a high-value guy is more than just a title. He's a feeling. And when a woman experiences this sense of rooted masculinity, she remembers how he made her feel rather than judging him based on his possessions. Let's face it, men aspire to be beautiful. Just as males are drawn to aesthetic beauty, women subtly search for something older than rationality, comfort, safety, and stability, not just emotionally, but also biologically. Whether we like it or not, money frequently plays a role, because comfort is a currency of survival, and a man who can provide that through his presence, decisions, and grounded energy becomes deeply magnetic. This is because women are wired to be drawn to what feels secure, not just wealth, but what wealth symbolizes. The man who gives her the sense that no matter what happens, she will be protected. Although women typically have a single way to become more attractive, guys have numerous options. A man who isn't typically gorgeous yet has strong instruments. A man's value can increase through self-control, emotional composure, financial direction, or just the way he conducts himself in a room. For example, when a man exits a sleek car at night, his calm, deliberate movements, upright posture, sharp eyes, and quiet smile say everything she sees. She doesn't just notice him, she senses something, an energy, and what she feels isn't just attraction, but a primal whisper with him. I might be secure. The whole picture of a man who appears to have everything under control is what a high-value man provides. And the truth that most men overlook is that you don't have to be wealthy to project that feeling. All you need to do is know how to do it. 2-point social skills, sociability. This is where things change, since most guys don't realize that women are attracted to a man's social life as much as his possessions. She notices how people react to you when your name lights up faces, when people lean in when you speak, and she knows deep down that this man has power without having to prove it. His presence in a room and his ability to connect and draw people in without effort is a form of wealth that money can't buy. Being gregarious isn't about being ostentatious or noisy. Rather, it's about being the guy who enters a room and makes it lively without the need for a movie star's appearance. You don't require a lot of money. That type of man doesn't chase women. Instead, he attracts them without trying. What you need is resonance, a large network of genuine relationships, and a reputation that speaks when you lack a sense of belonging to a world larger than yourself. 3. Self-belief. 3. Self-assurance. This is the reality that most men never quite understand. Confidence is more than just a quality. It's an atmosphere. The third quality that women value more than money is self-confidence. Not the loud, arrogant kind, but the grounded, unwavering certainty of a man who knows who he is. A confident man doesn't need to talk over others or prove anything. Instead, his energy enters the room before he does, and women sense it the moment he does. It's not something they can always explain, but they recognize it the moment he does. You see, confidence reveals more than charm ever could. It speaks of leadership, discipline, and presence. When a man is confident, people lean in not just to hear him, but to feel his stability. And this is where the real attraction lies, because appearances fade. Wealth fluctuates, but when a man learns how to guide himself, he becomes a pillar in her universe. The magic occurs in the little things, like when he makes eye contact without flinching, argues politely, and doesn't seek approval since he has already accepted himself. The beauty of confidence is that it doesn't have to be innate. It can be developed via discipline, facing discomfort, doing what others avoid, working on your body, honing your mind, and controlling your emotions. Confidence transforms conversation into connection, which is why some men can speak plainly yet leave a lasting impression. These are not merely self-help routines. They are a man's grounding rituals. The more you are true to yourself, the more attractive you appear to women without even trying, as they sense your confidence. In the end, it all boils down to one truth. When you build yourself, everything else follows. She senses something deeper. If he trusts himself, I can trust him too. In a noisy world, the man who moves with quiet certainty stands out without ever raising his voice. They are drawn to the man who moves, grows, and sharpens himself like a blade in silence. You don't need to be wealthy or have flawless genes. All you need is direction and intention. This is the type of man who enters the fire of self-discipline and emerges stronger, calmer, and clearer. That's the man women notice. That's the man life rewards. The message is straightforward. Your greatest strength lies in who you become when no one is looking, not in your appearance or status. Therefore, keep developing and becoming, since the road to mastery is never congested. If this video touched you in any way, please leave a comment so I can hear what you think. If you haven't already, hit the like button and get ready for. We'll delve deeper into the one thing women feel but never express aloud in the next video. See you then.